Good morning, everyone. I am Mrs. Richa Nagpal, your science teacher. Welcome to Science Tutorials. Today, we will discuss chapter number 3. The name of the chapter is Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. In this chapter, there are two topics. One is synthetic fibers, another one is plastics. We will discuss today plastics. So, plastics, types of plastics, general properties and uses of plastics, plastic and environment and how it causes harm to us, and what are the solutions to problems caused by plastics. I'll show you some clipping also and a PPT by which you can clear this topic. Let's start our topic.
Good morning, children. Let us discuss about plastics today. You know that this is very important and common topic. We are using many things made of plastics. Now in this topic we will discuss about plastics, about kinds of plastics and general properties of plastics and how it is affecting our environment. So present time is the age of plastics. Almost all domestic items are now made up of plastics such as mug, bucket, chair, ball pen, cabinet, container. You can talk about brushes, combs and so on. So there is no end to number of plastic items. Now the question arises, plastics are made up of which substances? Plastics are basically polymers of small number of monomers unit. They join together to form long chains. They are usually carbon compounds. They are tough, means they are hard, they are strong when cold, but when they are heated, they become soft. Therefore, they can be easily molded into thin sheets and drawn into fibers on heating. A plastic is a synthetic means man-made material which on being heated becomes soft and can be molded into desired shape and hardened to provide durability to articles. Now what is plasticity? It is the property by virtue of which a substance can be easily molded into sheets, into fibers on heating is called plasticity. For example, common plastics are bakelite, polythene, terylene, polyvinyl chloride. So there is a fact that the plastic is easily moldable, that is it can be shaped into any form. It can be recycled, can be reused, can be colored, melted, rolled into sheets. That is why we find it such a large variety of its uses. This is the reason why the plastic items are so much. Now when we add hot water to plastic bottle, it get deformed. Such plastic which get deformed easily on heating, it can be bent easily, are known as thermoplastics. They become soft on heating. Even they are lesser tough as compared to thermosettings plastic. They are less resistant to high temperature and they can be recycled. For example, polythene and PVC. Now on other hand, there are some plastics which once molded cannot be softened by heating, and these are called thermosetting plastics. An example of thermosettings plastics, bakelite and melamine. They do not become soft on heating. They are more tough and rigid. They are strong and rigid. They are more resistant to high temperatures and they cannot be recycled. Formica can also be in the category of thermosetting plastic. बेकेलाइट क्या है बेटा? पुअर कंडक्टर है हीट का, इसीलिए ये कहाँ यूज़ होता है बेटे? इट इज़ यूज्ड इन मेकिंग electrical switches, handles of various utensils. Okay, and if I am talking about the next part, that is melamine. It is also a thermosetting plastic, and it is used for making unbreakable dinnerware, floor tiles, decorative objects, fire resistant fabrics and kitchenwares. Next one is why plastic is a material of choice for us. See bete, plastic being lighter. Plastics are non-reactive in nature. They are light. They are strong and durable. They are poor conductors of heat. They are poor conductors of electricity. They are inert to chemicals, means they do not get react with chemicals. They are insoluble in water and they are highly inflammable. These properties became plastic as a material of choice for the materials. So plastic is non-reactive. When iron gets rusted, but plastic items do not get react with water and air, and they are not corroded easily. That is why they are used to store various kinds of material, including many chemicals. It is light and strong. It is used for making disposable cups, packaging material for fragile items like computers, cell phones, televisions and refrigerators. They can be molded into different shapes and sizes, generally cheaper than metals. They are widely used in industry for household articles. As I have already discussed that plastics are poor conductors. For this reason only, bakelite is used for making electrical switches. PVC is an insulation covering over electrical wires. Plastics are inert to chemicals. We have already discussed they do not get react with chemicals. Now the plastics and the environment. Listen very carefully that when we go to a shop to buy something, the shopkeeper gives those things in poly bags. Mineral water and soft drinks are available in plastic poly bags. Plastic bottles. Sometimes we use disposable thermocol plates and cups in social gathering. So a lot of plastic waste is generated daily, and this plastic waste keep on adding in our homes. Ultimately, plastic finds its way to garbage. Plastic waste is a big threat to our environment. These plastics are non-biodegradable substances, and they cannot break easily into simple harmless substances through natural process such as action of bacteria. Synthetic fibers are also non-biodegradable substances. Now, the question arises, what are biodegradable substances? The substances which can be easily break down into simple harmless substances by the action of bacteria are called biodegradable substances. Peels of vegetables and fruits, leftover foodstuff, paper, cotton cloth, wool are biodegradable substances. Now, what we can do? First of all, we need to take care, avoid the use of plastic. We should avoid the use of plastics. We should not ask for plastic bags when we go for shopping. Instead, we should carry cotton or jute bags. We should clean and dry plastic bags, plastic containers and plastic disposable bottles for reuse. We have to use 2 bins, green bins and blue bins for disposing waste. We should not waste plastic disposable bottles, polybags, wrappers on the roads. Never dispose of articles made of plastics in the sewage system. We should develop environment friendly habits to reduce the harmful effects associated with plastics. Now, one more important thing, that what would happen when plastic waste are burned? See, they are going to produce toxic gases. Toxic gases means poisonous, harmful gases. When plastic waste are dumped in water, they cause water pollution. And when most of the plastic waste are dumped in landfills, it causes soil pollution. Because it is not decomposed by the microorganisms, they prevent rainwater from seeping into the earth. The poly bags carelessly thrown here and there are responsible for clogging drains and sewer lines. We throw poly bags, wrappers of chips, biscuits and other eatables, disposable plastic bottles, etc. on the road in the parks. This is not only make the place look ugly, but also provides breeding ground for many diseases causing germs and insects. When animals eat food waste from the garbage dump, during eating the food waste, they sometimes swallow polythene bags and they choke their respiratory system and sometimes digestive system also, and it can be the cause of their death. So most chemicals which is used in the preparation of plastic can cause cancer among the workers and working in the plastic manufacturing industries. During recycling of thermoplastics, certain coloring agents are added. It is unhygienic to keep foodstuff in the recycled plastic. So what is the solution? We need to use the principle 5R, which is refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. Thank you all of you, and try to avoid the use of plastics as far as possible because it is quite harmful for our environment. Thank you all of you.